Hello and good morning. Today is Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. Welcome to day 6 of Script Gym. Yesterday in class we did pitches and I think everyone did an amazing job. So hopefully you have your ideas locked in, what you know you want to write. And yesterday's assignment was to do your character questionnaire for your protagonist and your antagonist. And that's a way of really getting to know your character inside and out. And ideally, it's all about character. So that's who we're going to identify with. That's who we're going to connect with. And we'll start with the quote of the day, which is, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll spend the first 4 sharpening my axe. Abraham Lincoln. It's just all about preparation. It's all about the preparation, which is what we do this week. Last week was preparing you, the writer. Today is preparing the writing, and this entire week. Our warm-up will be a Pilates warm-up. So I've really gotten into Pilates recently. It's a great way to stretch and, kind of recover your muscles after other workouts. And today is an 8-minute core warm-up. So there's a link to that. It's not what I did this morning, but it's very similar. I did a little bit longer than that, so it's only about 8 minutes. Our writing exercise, our 10-minute unconscious writing, so set a timer. You can start after I say this and then set the timer and then come on back, or you can do this later. But ideally do it after your warm-up. And the 10 minutes is you answer the door. And standing there, if you remember yesterday, was someone from your past. Today, it'll be either at the door or in an elevator. You're with your favorite literary, cinematic, fictional character. Someone that you've seen or read about or whatever in the past, and it's really connected with you. And what would you say? What would you tell them? What would you want to talk about? So you have 10 minutes to spend with this person, or dog, or whatever it is, your favorite character, I guess, from literature or from film. Take 10 minutes. As I say, you can do it after the warm-up, and then set a timer, and then go. After that, I want to talk about really it's the lecture, but it's also, this is going to be your assignment for tomorrow. I put off having you do the treatment. I'd rather do that with you in person, because it's really important. I think this is a good middle ground step before you do the treatment, from also after doing the character. So it's a good, as I say, bridge between doing the character work and then doing your treatment. And all it really is everything that you know about your script at this point. Now, obviously, things are going to change. Things are going to evolve. Things you intend to have in your script, you won't, and vice versa. So I want you to answer the questions. Everything's on the discussion board, and everything is also on the assignment, where it says assignments, and it says everything you want to know, everything you need to know about your script. So I want you to answer the questions. I want you to just keep writing. When you look at the questions, and then just keep writing. And it's like we do the unconscious, and I want to get you to get out of your head saying, I don't know, what is it? It doesn't matter if, like I said, it's going to stay. It can obviously change, but just where you're at now, what you think the story is now, and then see how it evolves. So the first question is, what are you going to write about? What's your basic idea, your theme? Some of you had real strong thematic elements that you were talking about that you really wanted to address in your script. What's the premise of your script? And just take time, break 1, 2, 3 sentences, just get that down. After that is your story visual. How is it? What's the look of your film? Is it a period film? What is it? Does it involve a lot of production value, a lot of CGI? How do you imagine this is going to look on screen? What's the tone of your script? What's the genre of your script? It could be a mix of several genres. It could be a sci-fi western. It could be a romantic drama, or whatever it might be. You can combine genres. What's the tone? Is there a humorous tone underlying it? Does it hinge on action? Some of you I know are writing some action films. And does it have explosions? Does it have car chases? Does it all lead to a big third act climax? What are one of the tentpole, as they call them? Usually there's these giant sequences, what you'd see in the trailer, for example, if it's action heavy. Next question is it character based? How so? Who are your central characters? What's the main conflict of your script? What does your protagonist want more than anything else? And some of these questions you might have answered on your character bio or character questionnaire, so you just sort of taking that and putting it in there, sort of assimilating that. Again, what's the main conflict? What do they want more than anything else? What is your protagonist? Why do they want what they want? Who or what opposes them? Why do they oppose them? What steps will your protagonist take to reach or achieve this want? What ultimately, again, does your character need? Because the want and needs do not always jibe. Often they are complete opposites. Does the want and need come into conflict? Hopefully it does. How does it come into conflict? Does the central character undergo change by the end of the film? How? How does he change? How does the character change? Is it heavy on dialogue? Again, we talked about the tone and the genre. What's the beginning, middle, and end? How do you see the general Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 unfolding? Now, you don't have to get too detailed at this point. Just look at the big, broad picture of your film, the overview. If a scene happens to come to you in detail, just jot it on a card or something, and you'll get back to it later. Put it in your phone under notes or something like that. Just keep it simple. Say very little, but word pictures, night, storm, desert, something like that. Use nouns. Let the nouns describe the picture. Instead of huge, expensive house, just say mansion or something like that. So, after you do that, I want you to just take a breath for a moment, take a minute, take a couple minutes, and then just sort of, look it over and say, wow, you know a lot about your script at this point. You're really at a good point to get writing your script. And that's the whole idea of this prep work, is that you realize you know a lot more. You're not going in blind. You're not staring at a blank screen and not knowing which direction to go into. So now, after you've done that, you take a couple of minutes, breathe. Then I want you to go over the power of why. Why do you want to write this? Why are you writing it? Why did you initially want to write it? Why did this idea come to you and you want to write it? Why do you want to write it now? Has it changed from the initial idea to what you're thinking about now? Why is this story important to you? What's the emotional response or connection that you want to achieve with the screenplay, with your audience? Who is your audience? Who's your target audience? Why? And what do you want them to walk away feeling? Because there's, the intellectual, what they're going to think about, what are they going to think about? But also, what are they going to be feeling when they walk away? Because ultimately, these scripts should be the films that you want to see. I think I mentioned that, early last week. Write the film that you want to see. The film that hasn't been made yet, but you know that it needs to be, and you want to be the one to do it. So those are the questions, and if you didn't have to write them down, they're all on the discussion board, and they're also on the assignment. So those are the questions you should try to answer. Just quickly, just unconsciously, just write in whatever comes to your head. After you're finished that, then you have your workout. You can do the workout before those questions, or you can do it after, whatever you do. You can break it up in the middle after you do the first half of questions, do your short workout, and then do the why afterwards. And your workout is building on the last time you did this workout. So you're going to do 26 high knees. And if you remember, a high knee is you're standing and you bring your knee to your hand. And 2 to your left and right counts as 1. So 26 of those. Now you're up to a 30-second plank. You could either do it on your elbows, you could do it on your hands. 30 seconds, time it. Then you do 16 lunges. If you remember a lunge, you just go out, you put your leg in a right angle, and then you come on back. And that's 1, and each leg it counts as 1. So you're going to do 16 lunges. Then you're up to a 25-second wall sit. And that's where you're up against the wall and your legs are at a 90 degree, and you hold it there like you're sitting against the wall. Don't put your hands on your legs, just put your hands by your sides. 25 seconds. When you're done with that, you're up to 11 push-ups. And again, if you can't do 11, then go on your knees, do it like that. You can do it close, your hands together like this, like a diamond. You could do it wide. You could do your feet on a chair, whatever you'd like to do. And that's the end of your workout. So that is your class for the day. Today is Wednesday, June 5th, and this is class 6. So as I say, we're going to do this as a bridge before the treatments, which we will do in class on Thursday. We'll talk about it. I won't just throw you on a video to do it. But this is, like I said, a good bridge to get to know everything that you know about your script. Have fun and keep going, and you're all doing great. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, Thursday, in class at DMAC. And we'll see you then. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you then. Bye.